This video will cover basic navigation of the annual questionnaire and completion of section 1. There will be additional videos for other sections. Now, the first time you log into the annual questionnaire, you'll get this screen, which asks you to verify that your utility address and the primary contact is correct. Each subsequent time you log in, you'll be taken directly to this screen. And this screen is section 1, and I want to talk a little bit about navigation. On the left side here, you have navigation, and it will allow you to jump to a different section. So if I need to jump to section 2C, I go to 2C. This one's, however, we're talking about 1A. Also on this side are the tutorial videos. There's a playlist of the various videos for logging in, changing passwords, and each of these sections. The FAQ is a extensive document that covers a lot of information on how to complete the annual questionnaire, how the annual questionnaire works. This is the navigation section that we're doing right now. Also, there's a section here on the major questions. How do you treat broadband revenues? How do you separate the bundles of voice and broadband? How do you report things like lifeline reimbursement and do jurisdictional separations? All of that information is in there. Then further down, you get into more specific things, such as here's the section 1A information on how to answer that. When we get into section 2, there's a general information and then line by line information. So all of that is in the FAQ, and you can at any point click on this, it'll pop it up separately. And finally, the preview will give you a preview of the completed report as it with all the information that you have entered and saved. So I've already walked through this one for other videos and so forth. So this one is fairly complete. So it has all the information and revenues and so forth. If I hadn't filled out this section, these would all be blanks. And then again, I can go back at any point. I can leave the preview and go back. Now I'm back to section 1, which is where we're going to start. Section 1 is asking for the utility official who can bind the company and can affirm under oath that the information in the annual questionnaire is correct and complete. So this needs to be a president, chief financial officer, somebody else with that authority. We need the name, we need the title, and the date in which you sign this. And then once you've entered that, you hit save and continue, and it'll take you on to the next section. The next section is contact information, 2 types. The first one is the person who, if I have a question about an entry in the annual questionnaire, if I have a question about revenues, or if it looks like there was a typo in here and I need to verify something, this is the person I will contact with questions about the annual questionnaire. The second one is the general contact if we have other types of regulatory contacts. We've got a customer problem and we want to talk to the company about it. Anything like that. We're issuing a notice of commission action that might affect the company or the type of company in general. Who do we contact? So you enter the contact information here. And if we decide that this person has gotten married and has a new name, we just enter that. And now, if I just were to move on to a separate section, it's going to say, hey, you haven't saved this. Do you want to leave or not? I don't want to leave, so I'm going to hit save and continue. You can also just hit save. It'll save everything on this page, and you'll stay on the page. Save and continue. We'll move on to the next section. And this is going to be the end of this video. Basically, the attestation here is either you have revenues, including broadband revenues, in Wisconsin, in which case you'll need to enter those, or you can certify that at no time has the company done any business, any telecommunications business in Wisconsin. And that's not just voice or just regulated, that includes ISP service. If you've provided ISP, you need to enter yes, they have reportable revenues. The revenues for ISP service, broadband service, need to be reported. They're not actually assessed for anything. So, uh, but so if you click yes, you had reportable revenues, it'll then take you to section 2C and 2D and so forth to report the revenues. If you click no, it will take you directly to the final screen for submission as 0. So that's the beginning of the annual questionnaire. And if you have questions, my contact information is in the end of the FAQ.